Hello everybody and welcome back to Benjamin Magnus Plays Europa Universalis 4. Let's make Madagascar great again. So, we are in a pretty good strait right now. We have almost all of South Africa, all of Madagascar, and a good good chunk of the African coast. I was combining the words I still can't do it. The words chunk and coast and going choked. Okay, so anyway, we have a good chunk of the coastline, and we also have a colony, Sakalavan, Brazil set up, which is pretty good. That puts us at odds with the French and with the Portuguese, but Ethiopia's having trouble right now, so we might want to take advantage of that fact and attack them. Let's check our ledger first. Again, I mentioned this in a previous episode. I don't love checking the ledger for information like this, but I tend to forget it's there a lot. But when I do remember, it's useful to use. Wow, they've got more manpower than I do. 13,000, 4,000, 11,000. But what tech? They're tech level 13. I'm level 17. I got 4 tech levels on them. Although my army did just get, its butt handed to it, and we are out of leaders. We had a great leader, then he left. We're back down to crap leaders. That was a pretty bad roll, considering I think I have. No, I thought I had tradition. Must have all decayed away. We're approaching our force limit with ships, but not with our military right now. So this military right here, we have 11 regiments, 4 regiments, and 5 regiments. Let's bump that up to 12. 6, and 8. Let's make this this stack a little more powerful. Ethiopia's in the midst of trade efficiency down. Is in the midst of a series of uprisings right now, so it's a good time to strike them. And we need a military advisor. Morale of armies. I will take that one. And so we need to wait for the. We could start marching on them. They clearly have problems, and we're coming to a head with Portugal. We have one of the most powerful navies in the world, actually. Why don't we use the ledger on this too? Armies, navies. Let's go by total. Ottomans, France, England, and then me. And I'm only behind England by 4 ships. Man, I have I outnumber everybody in light ships. We're going to have 2 more colonies coming into Sakalavan, Brazil over here, which I'm cool with. And pretty soon we'll have access to more traders as well. So 12, 6. Portugal can no longer considers us a rival. Interesting. New Portugal's up there. Portugal. I'm a little curious that they don't consider me a rival anymore. That's not a big deal, though. And we have heavy ships building for the first time. These guys right here. Unfortunately, can't really mothball ships anymore if sailors is a problem for you. Okay, because if you mothball ships, it kills the sailors on them, which doesn't make a lot of sense to me. But right now, sailors aren't a problem, so I'll do that with my heavy ships. That shouldn't be a problem over here. No, it's fine. And as soon as these are done, they should get absorbed into Brazil. Sakalavan, Brazil. And we're improving relations over there. We want to make sure that Sakalavan, Brazil really likes us. They're paying us 0.48 gold per month. Trade efficiency is 13%. Trading in slaves and viceroys. Their liberty desire is pretty low. So everything's good over here. We could customize them, decrease their tariffs, have them embargo my rivals, increase their tariffs, placate a local ruler, replace a government. Lots of good stuff over here. Grant them provinces, grant them cores. Lots of cool stuff. Okay, good. Let's take a look at ideas. We're gonna have trade steering next, which I'm pretty stoked about. Let's see, what do we got here? Level 14. There are 3 techs behind here. But is this causing corruption? Unbalanced. It is causing corruption, so we're gonna have to take care of this before anything else. It's causing corruption. Lose 1 stability, current heir dies. Ooh. But our heir was terrible. It was like a 043 or something like that. Wasn't great. So I'm not super worried about that. Let's take a look at Ethiopia real quick. Because I want to go to war with them. I do. What do I need here? Any trade node with an active merchant, one of the following. I get East India trade route, trade efficiency of 5% if I put a merchant over here. Can I get a merchant over there? I can. What if we... This might be worth it. Let's recall this merchant. And put him over here. I don't have a lot over here, but what I can do is have him collected over there. I don't know why he transfers it to... Like, if I told him to transfer... Why would he transfer it up instead of over to Aden? That I don't understand. Their population. Well, it says right here, that must be incorrect. That must not be right. And there we go, East India trade. So that's worth it for the trade efficiency. All right, we can invest in new tech, so we're gonna do that. Very good. Now what we're gonna need to do is start upgrading our ships. Now this is gonna be expensive. 700 gold to upgrade those, so we're gonna have to do it in spurts, I think. Let's see. Like, let's start off with these guys down here. Alright, so let's upgrade these guys. 128 gold. And, yes, they are... It looks like every upgrade to the ship gives you 0.5 more trade power per ship. It seriously weirds me out. It feels like I don't know. It doesn't feel like working as intended that your sailors die when you upgrade or mothball your ships. That does not seem right. Okay, so we have a 350, which is almost identical to what we had before. So let's take a look at our Patreon list. And this guy is going to be... Chunky the Kitten. Not Hunky, Chunky. We're gonna go with Chunky the Kitten. Pursuing naval supplies, we lost an advisor. Diplo, that's an important one. Global tariffs. Diplo reputation, morale of navies. Better relations over time. I need money right now, so why don't we leave that blank for just a little while. And there's that Ethiopian army. I do want to go to war with them. And I have plenty excuse to do it. Like, I could fabricate claim and say well, that's the one it wants me to take. Do that. Fabricate a claim. I might already have a claim on it. Fabricate a claim. There we go. I mean, if you were a human player and all of a sudden you saw someone fabricate 1 million claims against you, you'd be like, oh shit, I know it's coming. I'm not too terribly worried. I do have multiple tech levels up on them, so we are going to recall the person. That's Portugal. That's Ethiopia. We're going to recall that guy. He's not really useful for anything anymore. And we're going to declare war on them. Declare war straight on Ethiopia. The Ottomans are their ally. Interesting. Huh. Can the Ottomans actually do anything? I'm a little surprised that the Ottomans would join in on that. I mean, normally if a country is in debt, they are like if they're in debt at all, normally it's like negative 1,000. Huh. Tech level 15. Well, I'm up on them, and they're already at war with the Timurids. Ooh, they're at war with the Timurids. Timurids. That's got to be somewhere around here. Looking. Not seeing who they're... Well, I don't necessarily think that the Ottomans would be capable of dealing too much of a blow to me. So I think I'm going to go ahead with it. I think we're going to go ahead with it. Why don't we, though, unmothball the ships? Let's bring these guys up here. We already got those 44 there. And the Ethiopians are already in a heap of trouble. So we're going to go with it. I'm not going to worry about this too much. I don't think they're going to be able to help the Ethiopians out too much, so I'm not really very afraid. We're going to start out by taking the war goal, so it'll start ticking up. We can actually gobble up like all this stuff, but I think I'm going to maybe work our way this way, try to find their army. It's in there somewhere. It's got to be in there. Unless they're hiding. I mean, I am several tech levels up on everybody. Well, did the Ottomans... I'm assuming the Ottomans joined in. They did. Okay. So, let's just continue on, see what happens. The only thing I could think is that they're maybe waiting for their armies to get together to come at me together. All right, support Baroque music, yearly prestige. Oh, that's an easy one to take. These guys are going to blockade enemy ports in the Arabian Sea. There's a couple thousand men right there. We're going to see if we can destroy them. We should be able to stack wipe 5,000 men, no problem. Yep. Who are we missing? Diplo right now. That's okay. Stack wipe 5,000 men, that's a great start. Mogadishan peasants. Our great advisor has died. Who was that? Was that our military? Was our military advisor. So, reinforce speed, fort defense, or land force limit modifier. Reinforce speed. Yeah, let's go with level 2 reinforce speed. I know I could siege this stuff down pretty easily and a lot quicker, but right now I'm kind of more interested in keeping the army intact and together. I'm assuming that everybody's too distracted with other things going on in their lives to kind of deal with me. So the first thing I need to do is go over and take this province right here, this castle. I have 8,000 cannons. I don't necessarily think that'll be problematic for me, although rebels are assaulting it right now. And I don't want to fight their rebels for them. Huh. So what is this going to give me? University, development efficiency, administrative efficiency, and number of states. No, not doing anything else with it at the moment, so let's take it. Yeah, they've got too many rebels to do anything else. Military access here. Let's try that. Ask for military access. Confirm. Go. Tropical wood. Good. That's worth it. A new settlement. Okay, let's see. 10 prestige or base tax. I'm going to take the base tax. Well, that's interesting. The rebels allowed me to go past the fortress there. Oh, I know. I don't want to fight the rebels for them. Can I get up here? I can. Here, let's do this. Well, this is their capital, right? Now, will the rebels try to take my land, the stuff I've sieged? Yeah, they will. But then I can do this. I should be able to take that super easy, like, right? I don't really want to fight the rebels for them, but they're kind of in my way. I mean, this should go down super easy with because they basically don't have any defenders. No, they still managed to get 1,000 men in there. Yeah, they're gonna become more problematic than they're worth, really. 100 population. Yeah, they're kind of more in my way than they are helping me. And I don't think that army is going to be very tough to beat. Hate the idea of helping them out with their rebels, but right now their rebels are in my way. They're taking provinces from me. Come on. There we go. Good. Alright, so let's go take them out. I mean, it should be extremely easy. What is this red arrow movement? Moving to enemy land. Okay, so they're moving down this way. Yeah, barely took any casualties there. 1,500. And now what we'll do is we'll go through and take this stuff back. It's actually split in half. Half right here. Get it done a little bit quicker. So we gotta take those back. Yeah, this, definitely not too terribly difficult to deal with. Ah! That's interesting, though. Okay, let's get our armies together over here. They're sieging down their main armies appeared. But I don't fear it. What kind of land is that? That is Highlands, which means I'll take a -1. But I can deal with it. Well, maybe not. It doesn't say there's any... I thought Highlands was -1. Dice roll for attack are -1. Well, let's watch the battle. Yeah, there's a -1. Okay. They rolled a pretty critical 0 there. Alright, nice. It's going pretty well for me so far. So we could take a bunch of these now, and then move on to their capital if we wanted to. Let's take this back. Increase trade with India. First settled along the coast, they seemed to set off unknown as often as they could. Now, however, ships are starting to return as well. They bring spices and fabrics we can trade for, and the Europeans are more eager with our gold and ivory. The Europeans give us such a more efficient way of translating different lands. So we should demand more for our goods. Trade efficiency goes up for 30 years. Send as much to India as the European ships can carry. I think 30 years worth of increased trade efficiency is going to be worth more than the straight up gold. Okay, so we can do this now. All right, good. Go to. Excellent. All right, done. Let's see. That's a development level 6, which is pretty good. So let's send that. We move over here. This one should be almost done too. Then we'll probably do this one, or we can move along the coast, either or. Alrighty. Let's keep this going. Kind of want to keep my army together now as I go through and take this stuff out. Monopoly company formed. Let's take a long-term investment. Trade efficiency goes up 15%. Or we can demand payment in full. I'm going to take the trade efficiency and the Diplo power. That was a lot of money to turn down, but I feel like that's always going to be the better choice of action. Alright, they have even less men this time than they had last time. Yep. Absolutely wrecking them in the field now. Alright, so we lost 3,000 men. They lost 4,500 infantry and 1,500 cavalry and about 1,000, what's it called? Artillery. So can we actually chase them down over here? Or are they heading towards their capital? Let's head towards their capital first. I mean, we should be able to take it with a relatively short siege. Ah, rebels again. Ooh, forgot about that. Pause. Go to. Excellent. So this is technically Sokolovka, which I don't necessarily want as my own. I wanted to give it to them. Can I do that? Grant Province. Oh, I can't do it while we're at war. Okay, so that's fine. No colonists to send. This one? Is this one on his way back, maybe? Why don't they... Are they gonna go fight the rebels? Alright, well, who's gonna win the siege first? %. Ah, nice. That actually works out really well for me. And now what I'll do is I'll come over here and take the rebels out, now that they're weakened. Because I can do that with relatively few casualties. And again, normally I'd like the rebels to just wreck these guys on their own, but works out better for me to take them out and get everything for myself. Oh, shit. Alright, so they want to surrender. They will cede me. They will give me, let's see. Hard Hoat. That one. They'll give me these 4. They'll give that one. And there's one other one they would give back to Mogadishu. I think I'll actually accept this. Alright. So Mogadishu is kind of getting back on top. Although now we have to deal with these rebels anyway. Remove these... Who is that? Is that these guys? Yeah, that's these dudes. Naval morale. Oh, that's Grand Fleet. Yeah, that's good. That would be an easy victory. Okay, that did go over, so that's good. Let's... Oh, and he's on his way. Alright, so you move over here. Good. Keep making Brazil bigger. Now, you guys should freaking love me. Different religions, allied to rival. Well, let's see if we can get them on our side. Relations, improve relations. Send that one off. Need to do some coring. Can't core that one because it's under siege, so we'll go take care of that nice and quick like. Ethiopia doesn't consider me a rival anymore. Although they're rebels. I fought their rebels for them, largely. But they were so weak comparatively that it wasn't really a big deal. So let's take care of this nice and fast. Boom. Alright, so Ethiopia. I didn't think I figured the Ottomans would be too far removed and too involved in their own wars to really do anything about this. I was right. They didn't even try. Alright, so that's the guys in Central Africa. And that would be these guys right here. Austria. Austria is weak compared to ours, so I'm perfectly fine telling them to bugger off, basically. Alright, let's bring in one of these guys. Colonial range 20%, trade efficiency 10%. Let's get that going. Very good. We got the coring going. We got Ethiopian separatists to worry about. We're going to see if we... Basically, what I'm going to see if I could get Mogadishu on my side. Border pressure, improved relations, return provinces, aggressive expansion, has a core, allied rival. We're going to see if we can get them on our side. If not, then we'll just go to war with them and take their shit. No big deal. Not a big deal at all. That should have given us more power in this node, too. Yeah, that gives us 59% of the total power in this node. So almost everything is getting shipped out. Yeah. It's almost all getting pushed out. These guys, I don't know what to do about these guys. I feel like their usefulness of an, as an ally has passed. All right, so Brazil's doing great. They're very loyal. It's a colony, it has a liberty desire of 0. They're transferring their trade power to us. Agricultural revolution, Bara. So let's take a look at Bara. Here produces grain, so I'm thinking just straight up tax modifier would be best for us, base tax. And Bara. Military access from Mogadishu. We're going to accept that. Anything we can do to make them like us, because what I'd like to do is ask them to be our get them to like us, and then ask them to be our vassals. The trust is low. Rise of the Marosarana. New ruling class emerged and begun to transform Sokolov, known as Marosana. They have arrived from the mainland, but local Malagasy practices and religion are how to maintain power by religions with the past. The chief point of medium's ancestors and the entire history of Sokolov, combined with more formalized contact with important partners, craftsmen, scientists throughout the nation. New practices introduced to Marcella are likely to benefit our nation. So, this gets until for 100 years, we have production efficiency up, legitimacy up, monthly autonomy change up. That is great. Muslim influence. Honor the beliefs of our ancestors. Yes, we're going to take a free stability point over converting to Sunni. Do not want to convert at all. In fact, if I could stamp out the Sunniness, that'd be great. I'd like to, but doesn't look like it's going to happen. How do you give... I'm a little curious as what the definition... Well, what the prerequisites are for giving land to a trade company. Caravan power and merchants. Boom, take it. So we are done with trade ideas. Stoked about that. Because we got another merchant to use, don't we? We do. Alright, so we control 4% of the trade here. We have somebody here. I took the guy out of Great Lakes. No, I never had one there. But I took one out of Zambezi. So let's put him back here. We're going to transfer trade power. Or transfer trade. Yeah. So that'll transfer down this way. There we go. That'll transfer down that way. Give me a little bit more trade to work with in our home nodes. So we gotta, I mean, even with a pretty, top-heavy military and things like that, we still got a good economy working, which means our trade empire is finally starting to come to fruition. We have a free colonist, don't we? Is there anything any place I could go? Can I get over here with him? I could if I wanted to. Hmm. Let's see. Where could I get a colonist? Like, I could start working down, you know, working my way inland. That's in Zambezi. I mean, this line, this kind of line going up this way is in Zambezi. Would give me a little bit more power in there. Or we could just, keep working down this way. I mean, that's pretty safe right there to send him over. Alright, so we'll do that. Alright, everybody, we gotta end this episode right here. If you have enjoyed it, just drop me a like. Leave me those comments right down below. If you're interested in more Benjamin Magnus plays Europa Universalis 4, just subscribe to this channel, and I will see you next time.